You're telling me that Malta became independent
in the year 1964. 10 years later, 1974, Malta became a republic, and then 1979 was the year when Malta was no more a naval base for the British or the Americans. So it means the last British military men left the island in the year 1979. But we still have very good relationship with Great Britain. Palace. It was built always as a palace, but by the family Shara. X-A-R-A. They got mixed as well with some members of the Iguanas family, right? Usually blue blood mixes with blue blood, right? And these were very, very rich people, especially when the Knights of St. John came to Malta. The Tagliaferro, the Iguanas, and as well the Shara people were the most known. Used to serve as the main headquarters for the British fleet.
During the Second World War.
During Second World War, when Malta was the British colony. Nowadays, it serves as the main building for the Prime Minister, where he's got his own office. But then in the evening, there is always the Parliament House, which is part of the President's Palace, still in Valleta.
This is what's known as the Silent City, the Medina. It's a walled city for the aristocrats. The catacombs in Malta.
1693, there was a big earthquake in Messina. Before 1693, there were already palaces here in Medina. Even when the Knights of St. John came to Malta, there were already palaces in Medina. There was like a small flat. So that was 1530. Even the high society dwelt in Medina. So when the Knights of St. John came to Malta, they decided that Medina is far away from the Grand Harbour, where they had their own galleys, right? So they were awaiting an attack by the Turks. So they decided to transfer themselves down to Victoriosa, known as Birgu at that time. opposite to where is nowadays the Upper Baraka, where we could see the two flags,
Yes.
where the Knights of St. John are supposed to have the main headquarters,
yes,
right?
right.
Over there, which is more in the position in case of an attack for the Grand Harbour. Mdina lies about 17 kilometers away from Vittoriosa. No? So then this Città Notabile, or Mdina, the noble city, since the elite families used to reside here, right? And then it became known as the Silent City because the march noise was organized by the Knights of St. John when they were building the Grand Harbour, that is, the bastion walls around the Grand Harbour and so on. And some of these noble families decided to have a palace next to the Grand Harbour. In case of an attack, there would be somebody to protect them. So, since some people left from Mdina, it became known as the Silent City. Right? So, for a short period in our history, Vittoriosa was the capital of Malta. But 1565 there was the Turkish siege. The Knights of St. John won against the Turks. It was the first time that the Knights of St. John won against the Turks, right? So as the Maltese, although small people when compared to the others, right, with the help of the Maltese, they won against the Turks. So they were really proud of the Maltese islands. Then they wanted to build something in compensation. So they decided to build Valleta. Valleta, in fact, carries the name of the Grand Master who was responsible during the Turkish siege, was already 70 years old, right, during the Turkish siege, and he was the founder of Valleta, the city, capital city.
Maltese colors, red and white, traditional costume. Bonjour.
The Knights of St. John, it means it was after the earthquake which shook Messina, devastated Messina, and as well here in Mdina in Malta. And then they decided to build the cathedral to the size that it is nowadays.
Was it smaller earlier? Is that what you're saying?
Smaller because before the earthquake there was only a church which was smaller in size, which was built by the Normans. So in 1693, when the earthquake shook Mdina and destroyed the majority of the buildings, the cathedral we see today, it was built between the years 1697 1711. So it was designed by Lorenzo Gaffa, and it is Baroque. Baroque from the outside, but a bit plain Baroque, no decorations. And over here, this is high Baroque from the inside, highly decorated from the inside. In fact, looking up, you can see on the vault the nice frescoes painted by the two Sicilian brothers, Giuseppe, Gianni, Annoni. And they depict episodes from the life of St. Paul, being the patron saint of our island. Meaning frescoes, meaning painted directly on the wall, not using any canvas. The marble slabs you see over here, it is several periods, one after each other, representing bishops of the island of Malta.
This is the island of Gozo, and I'm at the Saint Laurent's Kapinski Resort and Spa. Behind me is another pool. Gosh, I wish I had the time to jump. Actually, I think I will jump. This is Jon Haggins, the GlobeTrotter. I hope you enjoyed this week's show. Until next week, I'm Jon Haggins, the GlobeTrotter.